Okay, guys, so we'll start. Whoever joins in late, I'll also record the video so that they can, check the recording if they have missed or they join late. So right now we have sufficient crowd. We'll start. So first of all, just confirm if you are able to listen to me clearly and my screen is visible. Two things before we start. Okay. Okay. So I'm assuming I am audible and visible. So what I will do, the idea of this session is not just to promote Greek Nova. That is the different thing. That I leave it up to you guys. How do you use it and how do you find it useful? Idea is to divide this session into two parts. First, to briefly explain all the features that we have one, and second, then we will discuss about how do you really use this or any platform to your advantage. Because it is not just that you use my platform and you will be able to trade. Whatever you use, you should be able to use it effectively. And then we will focus on how do you pick up a trades, because currently that's what we have the issue. People are finding hard to pick up trades from either any platform. So we'll discuss on how do we do it. Okay, we'll share a couple of examples that I personally use it. So if my screen is visible, I'll start. First, we will discuss on the platform very briefly, because I have already put on the video on the all the features on YouTube. If you don't have a link, I'll post the link again. But right now, I'll just briefly discuss all the current, screens that we have. Starting with Market Pulse, this is the core screen which typically summarizes the market right from the start till the end. What it does, it gives you the brief information on the index overall, whatever it is doing so far. Whenever you start looking at it, on the right hand side, you will get the expiry, which is coming up, maybe a weekly expiry. You will see the number of days left and so on and so forth. Eventually, you will also start getting prime key events that are going to happen maybe in a day or two, like say RBI event or anything result or such sort. You'll start seeing that also on your screen, but that is later. First, we will see what right now we have. Currently, you have all the index cards. Currently, there are three indexes. I am going to add Sensex and other ones very soon. So basically, this talks about current scenario. It covers three things. It covers your max pain that you will see in the particular index as on the particular expiry. So in the case of Nifty, it will be weekly expiry. You will see a PCR and you will see a total conviction. So conviction is defined basis the put and call writing both. If you see conviction high of 60, 70%, then you will see the particular index is more bullish than otherwise. So currently that is true with Bank Nifty. It is having conviction of 30, 60, which means the put writers are trying to cover the gap, and call writers are now going to cover their shorts soon. We saw this on Friday also. We had a call wall of 55,000 when I recorded the video. Right now it is shifted to 1,000 points up, which means what? Still, there are call writers who are assuming that we might go back to 56,000, but they are going to be surprised when we see a further put writing happening, which we see every day. We'll also see which screen to look at the writing and everything. So same is with the Fin Nifty, because both finance and banks are doing good overall. If you come down, you will see a brief sector performances, which you will see in a live market when the market starts. So it gives you the information of whatever which sectors are performing, so that you can decide of your trades. If you have any particular stock in action, though, you can see that particular sector. Currently, we have a 66 stocks universe. We are going to add this very soon. Slowly, I'll start to add 3 to 4 stocks every week. So maybe this week you will see a couple of stocks, 3 to 4 stocks getting added. So idea is not to just add everything at once. Slowly and gradually, as the platform will stabilize. Okay, so and then when you come down, you will see a stock of the 66 stocks where there's a highest open interest, and where there's a highest open interest unwinding, which is short covering, and if any stock has a narrowest CPR. Okay, CPR page we will see. Now, if you come down, you will also see on the left hand side where the day high breakouts happen, top put writing and top call writing, and the volume surge. Any stock or any particular thing where there's a large volumes, you will see this over there. And if you come down, I have also combined volume and OI breakout, which we saw in the case of Bajaj Auto. The average volume is right now of last 5 days more than 1.5%, which means there is some activity that is getting added, like some longs are getting added, etc. You can also see OI change particularly happening. So I think we discussed this in Friday video also. There was some good put writing I saw happening. Same with the Bank of Baroda. Although it shows a short build-up because the price ended lower, but overall the market sentiment was that it went all the way till I think 260, 270, 69, 270, and then it came down. So it will be watchful stock on the Monday, both of them, to see what action happens. Okay. Breadth is what we see in a live market, number of stocks, bullish and bearish. So this helps us to know whether the market sentiment currently is bullish or bearish. I prefer this watching this market breadth every 1 hour at least, just to make sure if I have any position open which are tilted to bullish. So I don't want to see a lot of bearish stocks coming into play. So then I will want to take a decision or maybe hedge it or do something. So I use market breadth in such a way just to understand the sentiments overall. This is not a decision maker for me to take a trade, but also decision maker for me to know whether I have to keep a trade or not. I don't want to fight the market assuming that because I have a bullish stock, it's going to rise forever. No, I'll look into the breadth. I'll decide. And then when you come down, these are all the information which you see in your live market. All the OI builders, OI unwinding, short covering, and all the stocks. And then you will see extended market view where you will see top gainer, top loser, and the stock where there's a most active open interest. So this screen I keep on checking every day for me to know if there's any exceptional open interest building up. So on the Friday, I saw Indigo, and I think Indigo came in our India intraday stock screener also. So this is going to be good stock to watch on Monday along with Hindalco. Hindalco also has a good open interest built up happening since couple of days. We'll discuss Hindalco later. Nestle India, I think, is a short build up happening with huge OI. And Maruti, in fact, if you see auto stocks and banking stocks are having good long build up. So all the stock that you're seeing right now, including Chola Finance, Bajaj Auto, Axis Bank, they have a good long build-up. So probably the banks might continue along with the auto. We'll see. It is going to be that week for the banks and auto. We'll keep an eye on auto stocks on next week. So second screen, what we have is a watch list. So if you have noted any particular stock and you want to keep in a watch list, you can keep it. You will get all the information like what is happening, what is C wall, what is P wall, so on and so forth. So you can keep on adding all your stocks by adding, click on the add symbol. Okay. Journal option I have explained. I'll explain briefly again. This is typically like a paper trading, if you want to call it, where you can actually record your personal trades. This particular information, whatever you see, is not stored in database at all. So you have nothing to worry that I will see it or whatever, because this window is typically user based and it is not part of any database storage. So if it is gone, it is gone. You will not be able to see again. So I use it just for me to know whether if I'm trading something, do I have anything that I have to be watchful. So it is because connected with the AI, so it gives me information of if there's anything that I need to be aware of. So when I click on the review open position, so I get a quick summary of what this particular stock has overall IV wise. What is a strike, what is a range, am I getting into the wrong side of the trade, am I getting too early, etc. This is going to get improved over the time. I will add too many things over here. Right now it's just experimental, but it gives you a brief information of all the trades that you take and what are the what is the IV, what is the overall range, so that you are aware that you are not on the wrong side of the trade. It takes a time. We will wait for to load the information. It also gives you the pattern also, like if you have 3 to 4 trades logged in overall, then it gives you the overall summary of all your trades, what went wrong, what went right, etc. And this actually will improve over the time, so much so that you will be able to see all your trades having summarized in tabular format, which tells you what you did wrong, whether the quantity you took was wrong, or how you could have improved, so on and so forth. So it will be just like your personal trade book. It is going to be much better than how you normally log in your trades. Start using just to see if it is helping you, and whatever you feel a feedback, you keep on dropping your feedback and let me know. So currently, as I can see, the IV for this particular Indigo that I have taken trade, so it's up. So which means I'm not having an IV crush, which is important because if I take a buying position, I don't want an IV crush to happen. Then I will end up losing my premium, even though I'm in right trade. So it's a good sign for me. IV is up, which means the premium would increase as the price go up, because principally IV is nothing but your reaction of the premiums to the volatility. So I am happy to see that there's a IV increase. I will get my premium due if the stock moving in the continued direction. What I'm wanting to see overall, that where I am in the part of a range. So if you see right now, you are in the range of 45.80 to 48.20. This is as per the OI. If I would have taken this trade at 4,800 and then expecting only 29 rupees, so this is a alert for me. But because right now I'm into 46.50 kind of a range, which is, still there's a lot of points left. So I am aware that I am into right trade currently. I have still some window to go, but I have to be watchful of the fact that if my risk I cannot tolerate 48, 45, 50 being the lower side of the range. If it is too much, then I will hedge it. But otherwise, I will make sure that I'm aware that I'm not at the end of the range. I'm okay to be at the start of the range, but not at the end of the range. So this is just for that. So it will just give you a brief information. Currently, it has a limited information. It will keep on, improving as and when we go ahead. Start using it. See how it is helping you. This will keep on improving over the time, and it will actually be very, very helpful. Participant flow I recently added. This is because some people wanted to see if we can see all the FI information in the one screen. It may not be necessary for every user, but whosoever want to use it, by the end of a day, it updates around 7:30. So if you see change, if you want to see a change in the OI positioning, you can see it. So currently, I have four tabs which I'll explain very, very quickly. One is the bar graph as per the FI and client. So you can see that right now the positions are getting reduced over the time, which we also see in the table. It's a good sign because I want to make sure that when we are in the bullish market, the FI shorts are getting covered. If you come down, you will see a quick summary that this particular graph is nothing but the gap between the FI and the retail participants. So the higher the gap, market would be either bearish or it will do nothing. But if the gaps start reducing, that is where you know that FIs are covering a short and also retails are covering their longs, which is the scenario we want to be in. I want to see FIs reducing their shorts because they are heavily short right now at this point. We will see that in a different tab. If you come down, you will see what is the FI position on the index future. You will see that although they are at a very lowest position, let's say around 9, 10, but right now somebody will indicate that there's a covering that is happening, which means FIs are reducing their shorts. So it's a good sign. If I want to see just briefly, so I want to see summarized way of looking at the data. So this is what the summary is currently on the page one. Page two, if you want to see detailed future built up, you can check it. Likewise, option. What I like seeing is the raw data because this is what everyone actually gets on the various Excels and everything. So if you just want to come and see what is the FI positioning, this is what it is. You can see this particular column of FI long percentage. Over the time, if you see in last 4 days, as we saw in the first page, the positions of shorts are reducing. Right now, they have covered quite. Now they are increasing their longs. So it's a good sign for me. I want to be in a position where the longs are increasing. Now, if you see over the month, they have had gone as high as 16%. I think this was a time when we were bullish. So we want to see right now the recovery that we have seen in last week should continue. Every time you will see this particular long percentage rising. Okay, this is just for the people to see who they want to see. And then we'll quickly jump into OI charts. OI charts will tell you basically simple. It's like a bar representation of OI, call and put both. If you want to see this thing, it has a PCR, max pain, and everything. So this is for them. And then you have OI history. Someone who likes to see a historical comparison of OI on the X day and Y day, as against like if you want to compare on the Friday from the Monday, then you can see it. So you can just select a date every time you want to see. Recent being the 12th June, which was yesterday on Friday. If you want to compare on the previous day, so the base date would be actually your comparison date. So whichever date you want to compare, you can do it. You will get the addition of put and reduction of calls and so on and so forth. And you will also see the structure summary. If you come down, this is an important part for you to focus on where the put writing is happening. Currently, what we see is a huge put writing which happened on Friday as against Thursday. So, which means over the weekend we have gone bullish. Monday, unless if we have anything drastic news, we might be able to see a good continuation rally. And if it opens gap down, then we will see a recovery. Okay. You can also see a table format if you want a particular strike wise. There's option, but better I think look is chart wise. Whoever wants anything, they can look it that way. Now, what I have done is for those people who don't have a time to see market every day, but they want to see a summarized way of index or any particular stock as per the OI or any price action happened during the day. So this is a screen for them. If you click on the EOD analysis, it will give you the brief summary of particular index or stock, whichever you want. So like if you see right now index, so it will give you a good summary of what happened, what PCR changed, what is the expiry ahead, etc., etc. It's a very, very good summary if you want to see. And then you can also see activity of call and put that happened during the day, if in particular you want to see. It's very a good representation, like you see CE unwinding happen of 23,200. People who were shorted on the calls, they have covered a lot. Those who there's some short buildup which has happened on the higher strikes, which is 24,700 and so on and so forth. So if Monday, but these are very far. Nothing because I don't want. I am not sure we will see 24,700 that easy next week. But yeah, this is just for those far OTM writers. What I want to focus on is the latest support, which is a nearby. Now, if you see this new support buildup, which happened on Friday, you see all the strikes are very near, which means what even on the Friday, we had a good support built up around 23,500, which is why we have a max pain shifted to 23,500. You see, it's a huge 73 lakhs put added. What I want to see where there's a resistance that is getting built up nearby. So currently, there's still people who are writing and have a writing on 23,500. So if we open gap down, they will benefit. And again, if this writing continues around 23,500, then we will see a recovery and we will go past that. So this is the summary. If you want to see, this is helpful for those who are doing they do EOD analysis. You can use this screen religiously. Now moving on is a PCR trend. PCR trend is again for the index. Those who this will come into live market only. What it will show you typically is the PCR normal PCR yellow mark one and the vol PCR, which is a volume of the intraday call and put buying. So how to use it? We will have a session on this on Monday. I'll explain you how do I use it. But this is typically for those who are trading intraday only in index because this doesn't have any stocks. So if you want to have a detailed discussion, we will do it on a live market because it comes in a live market. Now, OI profile is a one screen that I use very religiously. Every video you will see me using this because it has absolute good information overall. If I want to see at particular point in the day, I have refined this a lot. If you would have noticed, I have added if any activity happening intraday in the screen itself, which means what? Let's say right now there are a lot of put writing you see. So if Monday we start and there's some kind of a put covering, you will see a particular strike mentions it. Like if it is, for example, current put writing is let's say 46 lakhs. If there's some covering, you will see a minus 5 lakhs, minus 6 lakhs. So you will get the information whether the writing continues. If there's a plus sign, it will continue. If the call has a minus sign, which means there's a call covering. So in the live market, you will see this. It's very handy for you to know in the particular intraday whether the call and put writing is happening or there's an addition in call writing or put writing, so on and so forth. So I keep on checking this every half an hour just for me to be sure. Currently, the PE wall, because it has a highest volume, is showing as 22,500. But as you go up, you see a lot of put writing has happened on the Friday. But because of volume wise, this has a highest amount, which is 1.4. So currently it is showing wallist 1.4. On the Monday, if we see, let's say this rising or any of this rising, then we will see this walls getting shifted. So currently, people feel that 22,500 at least will not break this month. That is what the consensus is. Heat map is nothing but the same data represented into the graphical way. If you want to see a graph, it will tell you the walls overall and if there's any shift happening intraday. It works on 5 minute basis. Every 5 minute data will get uploaded, and then you will see color coding. Also, I have given you from if it is low, the color would be darker. If it is the activity is very high, the color would be light. So currently, if you see this particular strike gave us the indication that there was a writing happening in 23,400 and 23,500. So if you want to see in this particular graphical way, this is how you see it. If the color is light, then you see W coming to that particular screen, then you know that there's a put writing happening at this particular strike. So by end of the day, we saw some reduction that happened. So from 1.4 CR, as you can see in my cursor, it reduced to 1.1 CR. So maybe this kind of gave something of the gap down that we might see. So overall, the SGX is showing some gap down. So on Monday, if I want to see if it continues, then I'll focus on this particular walls. If this starts getting more and more lighter like this, then I'll know that current this particular expiry, we will not see 23,500 crossing, but that is for Monday, and we'll see on Monday. So Greeks, as I'll explain very briefly, option chain. If someone wants to see, typical option chain intraday, that is for them. Although I'll be honest, OI profile is more than enough. But if someone want to see this way, they can see. Max pain is typically max pain is a point of particular in a stock or the index where the writers will be in the lesser loss if that is there sustained. But if you want to see any stock which are right now below the max pain or above the max pain, you can go come and see in this window. You have a filters if you want to see like particular stocks where the max pain is 43.50, but the stock is below it. So it doesn't mean bullish, but if you can if you want, you can keep on check on this to see if you get any put writing happening. So there's a chance of the stock going to 43.50 at least this expiry. If there's a no major data changes happening. So how I use it is typically I use it when the number of days to expiry are let's say 10 days or lesser. Then I know for sure that if because writers are not changing their position much, I may see the particular max pain area, so I keep and check if I find any trading opportunity. But this is just an additional information for me to know. So if I am into any stock where the max pain is higher than the current price, let's say if I had a position in Axis right now and I want to continue, but if I see the max pain at 1300, so I want to write a call of higher strike or I want to hedge it, let's say with the ATM put. That is how I use it. I would not necessarily go and short it because it's very bullish stock, but I will want to keep and check on this max pain unless it is shifting to higher price. I am aware that there might be possibility of some profit booking that would come in, and if I have the ATM call options with me, they might have a decay in the premium. So knowing this information additionally will help me to either write higher call. Let's say if I am sitting at 1350, maybe I will write 1380 call randomly, or maybe I'll take a put of 1360 and so on, just for me to be safe and not lose the premium. So this is how I use this particular information. Because see, eventually we see more often than not the stock will gravitate back to the max pain. So maybe not always, but sometimes. So knowing this that it might do that, I do not want to have a maximum risk in my hand. So if I have a let's say 5 days or 10 days to the expiry, and I am sitting over here 1350, knowing that if I want to really hold it till expiry, so I might as well be careful because the max pain is very lower, and it has not shifted even after the price moving 50 rupees higher. So I'll be very careful. This is how I use this particular screen. This does not give me trading decision, but also it gives me ability to continue in the trade or leave it over there. If the situation was reverse, if this let's say it was below the this thing, Axis had let's say a max pen of 1400, and I am sitting at 1350. So I have some confidence that I have a still lot of window open for me to hold this position. So this I would how I would want to use particular screen. And then there's a IV analysis. This is for those, typically those who are into writing, and also they want to make sure that when they buy a premium or sell the premium, are they in the safe side or not? Okay, this gives you a bit, basically a breakup of stock and index and the particular IVR which we are right now into. So IVR is typically your let's say ranking to the ranking of the volatility in the option chain. So let's say now if I pick up low IV. So low IV is what currently the IVR IV that I have is 21%, and the ranking is 24%, which means what? This is the lowest of this particular range that I am into, which means there's a possibility. Now, if you see this particular range, that is your one standard deviation. What it tells you that this particular stock, basis the option data, it has a range of 5050 to 5300. Okay, which means what? That when this particular stock will move in either direction, there is a chance that the IV would spike up and then I will gain from the option buying. Hence, you will see a strategy written as a long straddle. Okay, if it was IV higher, let's say now if I select the high IV, so over here I would not take a decision of buying the premium. Instead, if I am aware that this is a range of standard deviation, I will use this range to short an option because the IVR and IV is very high. So the chances of this crushing, premium crushing is more higher over here. So this is how I use IVs. If I am writing particular stock, then it gives me what you should do. Should you do iron condor, which is a limited risk, or the short strangle? So that is not the just decision for you to trade. Just take the information of IVR and use it to your advantage if you are into long or the short of the premiums. Then we move on to the relative strength. This is useful, especially when you are in a sideways market or in a market where, let's say, even if it is rising or falling, and if I have a stock which is relatively performing than the Nifty, then I can be confident in that particular stock to hold for, let's say, even for a few days. So now the highest RS rank is into Chola Finance and Shriram Finance. And you will see Chola Finance in other screens also. It had a good volume. And overall, as against Nifty, it is performing very good. So you see Nifty has performed 5% overall. So it is performed 7-8%. So this is our outperformer. And the if you see strength bar is also more than 5, which is a good enough. So if I want to hold a position for let's say a couple of days, I would see strength also. If I have a lower strength, even though stock is bullish, I would be very careful because I'm aware that overall even Nifty has performed, but it is not that strong outperformer. And likewise, if I have a bullish position in either of the stock and but that stock is underperforming against the Nifty, then I'll be very careful. So people who use relative strength for the trading, this is how they should use it. Understand the strength of the stock as against Nifty, and then decide whether you want to hold the trade or leave it or do only intraday trading. Unusual option activity. This typically you will see very active in the live market. What it tells you is any if there's any stock or any index where there's an unusual option activity going on, which means the volumes are relatively higher, OI is relatively higher of last 30 minutes and so on and so forth, and overall the prices have fallen or risen. So how I use this particular thing is I would focus on the high conviction stocks. This option, which means what? This is a slider. I will let's say do a five of this minimum score, which is highest, and then I will see what are the options right now into the place. So currently, what we saw on Friday, 23,650 had a good put writing, despite of we being below it, which means what? That this particular people feel that this particular expiry we will cross 23,650. So this is the high conviction because it is a good volumes and a good open interest also. Only thing lacking for me is the persistence because for everything that happens, let's say if any writing is happening or any buying is happening, during the day, if let's say in 5-6 hours there's a continue buying happening, so I want to see that. So this persistence is that number of time in the day where that particular activity of let's say in this example put writing happened continuously. If anything is above 70, 80, it is good enough for me. But now this fire conviction but it doesn't have a much persistence. So I would not be taking this very seriously. What I would take very seriously when this would have been more than 80, 90, or 70, then I am aware that people have been writing this for quite some time, and that is where I can be sure that this level might cross maybe on maybe next week. So if we see this continuing happening on next week, we will then see. Now, if you want to see, let's say, if a particular stock has activity happening both the sides, so which means what? A particular stock is bullish. I see a call unwinding happening, put writing happening. So I will come and refer to this particular screen. I have clubbed any multiple activity in a particular stock, so then you can see it. Like for example, there are uh, six stocks and indexes appearing over here. If you want to see what happened in Chola Finance, click on that. You will be able to see what writings are happening and what call buying and call covering are happening. Okay. So again, this will come with the persistence level. So currently, because on the Friday it didn't have much persistence, so I want to see anything where there's a higher persistence. So let's see LT if we have anything. Even same, LT also came in last during the day. All these were typically showing at the last only, so they have a very very low persistence, and you will see this mostly working on the intraday comparatively, because whatever activity we see in the day, if they are sustaining and surviving, you will see this percentage rising intraday, and that is where you take a decision. So maybe in the Monday live market, I'll explain you this persistence better way. Right now, because it's a EOD data, so I don't have a right percentages, and it will also show you that there's a EOD snapshot, market is closed. So always focus on where there's a multiple activity in the same stock for you to know whether there's an active put writing happening or active call writing happening, so that you can take informed decisions. Okay, now we move on to the option jungle. Option jungle is more like it works more or less on the same principles of unusual option activity, but this gives you the option to select if you want to check percentage in particular. So if I want to check why only having more than 15%, so I can choose this thing. This is also same. It will give you the club activities happening in the particular indexes or stock. If I want to see only volume where there's 50% increase in the volume, so I'll click on that. If I want to see all, then I have option to see all. And if I want to only focus on put writing, then I'll click on the put writing. Then I'll see number of stock also. And then I will want to see where there's a build happening, which means there's a put writing happening. So currently in index we saw that there was a 2404 put writing, which is very far off. But there's some kind of activity which is happening. Maybe this is a monthly option. So that is just for us to know. Although I feel that we are going to see 24,000 very quickly, but currently it's very very far off right now. We'll go day by day, but overall I have a view that we might cross 24,000. So, but there's some activity we are seeing right now into 24,400, which is a good thing. We'll keep an eye on this on Monday. So if you want to check all the builds happening, all the unwinding happening, so on and so forth, you can see over here. Okay. This you see if you only want to focus on the option activity in the day. I prefer seeing this after 9:45 to 10:30, because by the time I get a good information of anything coming up as a fresh writing for the day. So if I have any view on the stock and if I see that stock has some activity in these windows, so I know this helps me to take additional decision. Positional data is typically for those who want to see stock that are tradable for multiple days. So I'll first of all I'll explain this window also. So over there, what you see this what briefly I'll explain you. I wanted to know and trade a stock where there is not just activity for the day. Like it does not. I don't want to pick up any stock randomly where there's just a open interest build-up happened today for a day. But I want to see rather if they have a build up happening since couple of days, at least 3 days, 4 days. So that is where I have a confidence that there might be continuation to this particular activity. So I have divided this into like day wise. So this consecutive and consistency are two key factors for you to check. Let's say now if you filter on this and if you see any stock where there's a activity happening 3 day in a row. Okay, 3 day in a row is not a small thing. It is not some retailer trying to do a short. It is a good enough. Now, if you see, the OI is rising up and the price is falling, so I know there are good short buildups are happening in this. So if this I get this particular stock on intraday on Monday or maybe some writing on Monday, then I know for sure that I have to do something here. This helps me to take a decision positionally basis the number of days. It is very important. Higher the number of days and consistency of more than, let's say, 60 70 60 70%, it is good enough. If it covers major of the things, like it is highly consistent, it has a huge OI and huge volume, then you will see that stock coming into the ignition. So ignition is basically a feature which will give you a stock. It is very rare to see a stock coming in ignition, I'll be honest. But when you see this stock, you can actually be sure that some action would be seen in the stock. But again, don't just blindly pick up a stock to trade because it is showing in the ignition. You have to just understand. So if I find a stock short in this particular or long in this, so I'll check a OI profile to see if I have active put writing above these strikes. So then I'll know this is a stock for me to look into the next week or maybe for a few days or so on and so forth. So higher the conviction consistency, I will watch it. This is how I use it. Additionally, what I did this week, I added further volume alert to this because I wanted also to know if any stock has crossed 10-day volume or 20-day volume, because these are huge parameters. In the positional bet, if I want to take something for a couple of days, 2 3 days, it has to have a backing of volume. For any trading that you do, if there is no volume backing up, you will always find yourself into holding a position unnecessarily, no action happening. You took a trade and it did not do well, so on and so forth. Why? Because it did not have volume. So if you have the volume, you are in the right trade and you can be sure of something happening to the stock. So if you see, I have kept this as a tab for you to see. If you come down, you will see these stocks right now, where the volumes. Let's say now this stock has a volume which is twice in the last 10 days, and also the OI of the series is 6%, and this has come into consistency of 44%, which is good enough. It had it been 60 70, I would have been happy, but this is also good enough, which means what, this stock is a notable. Right now these two stocks on the next week are going to be on my radar. Why? It had a good volumes and it had a good open interest also, so I know there's going to be some action in these stocks. So now, along with this particular information of positional radar, I also have alert for me to have a volumes. Where the volumes is, I'll be there. That is how I look into any trade if I'm trading. Okay, this is a new thing that I have added. You test it for a few days. You will see how, we'll see over the intraday also how do we use it overall. And then you have a something called intraday log. It This is typically for those who trade intraday and they want to have a stock which has a high focus. Now, this particular screener has a lot of rules. I have made it very strict, so I don't see any stock that comes up that easily unless there's a huge action happening in the market overall. So if market is a low activity sideways kind of a thing, you will not see this particular screen having much information. Now on the Friday we had a huge activity on the bullish side. So right now we see a long, at least long nine stocks which are on the long side, and the short side we have six stocks. Okay. Now even in the screen I have couple of parameters. Briefly I'll explain you. I focus on, again as I said, volume and the open interest. So if you see, and also that stock has a persistent, which means long build up happened in a day, sustained. It was not just a one time spike which happened, because I don't want to be part of that. I want where the long build up is happening continuously, volume is rising continuously. So such stocks will show you the persistence of figures over here. I prefer those where it is at least 90 plus, nothing less than that. So for me, focus stocks would be, if I by that logic, are these two stocks where the persistence is 99%. Okay, but now if I also want to see not just future buildup, if there's anything option activity happening, say a near call buying or the far, let's say above ATM put writing. So that is particularly stock where there not just people are buying the future but also writing put. Writing put is a huge activity. It is not small activity by any means. So I always would take seriously where there's a put writing. So if I see a put writing, the stock will then show a signal called confirm. Confirm means what? This stock has both the activities, future activity and option activity. So if I want to be very peculiar using the screen, I will always use confirmed option, nothing less. So if on Friday I had three stocks which has shown me 3 star, sorry, 3 star, two stocks have shown me 3 star and one has shown me 2 star. Why 3 star? Why 2 star? I'll explain. So if there's a put writing happening, which is either at the ATM or above ATM, and there's a future buildup, which means there is some signs of people anticipating a further move coming up. That's the reason they are writing put, which is above the ATM. Now, in this example, currently the price was sitting at 56,800, and there's an immediate put writing happening of 56,800. So, hence, it is showing a confirmation and also a star mark of 3. That means there is solid put writing even after we had a good rally in this particular thing, and there's a good open interest build-up. Chola Finance, on the other hand, it is priced at 50 66, and the put writing that we saw is 1580, which means people were confident that we might cross this particular level and then we will continue further. Now, let's say if we have to take a decision also basis this, but you also want to see the overall build-up that has happened. So then I have additionally added one thing, which is OI build-up, which is next to OI map. If you click on the OI build-up, so then you will be able to see a day by day option interest that we have added. So this will is useful for them who want to see if this particular right, let's say a build up is a new build up or is a continuation build up. So now if I see if I had to see this, let's say there was a continued build up, then I'll be very sure that this is not just a random 1 day build up. It has happened in the past also. So let's say now on the 12th June we saw this build up happening of 2%. There was a short covering. There was then long build up at 4% on 10th of June. This is where I think we had spotted this particular stock. So if you want to see a day by day activity, this is where you can click on and see it. It will be very helpful for you to know whether your particular stock has continued build up or not. So now see, this is the first time that we are seeing a long build up. Since last couple of days, the prices were negative and they were having not that great, but some kind of a short build up. So on uh, Friday, we had a good, huge open interest build up, and the price has risen by 4%. So if it continues on the Monday, then I'll be sure that there is at least this stock could rally more, 3 to 4% more. So this is why I have added a OI builder for you to be aware of the day by day option index builder. And then you have a CPI scanner. CPI scanner is typically I use it on the event to know where there's any particular stock which has open interest, which has a chance of giving you a one-sided move. So it will scan. It will first of all calculate the CPR overall, it will do a calculation by end of the day around 4:30 and 5. It will give you the all the stock which has a narrow CPR for the next day, not just narrow CPR but overall CPR. So it has all kind of filters over here. What I like to focus is on the narrow CPR. So narrow CPR, for those who know CPR, is particular day where the range of previous day was so narrow that today's pivot has now compressed a lot, which means what, we are going to see a good rally in this particular stock. But that doesn't mean that it will be a one-sided rally. I'll be very careful to know that if they have any kind of open interest building up and also call activity happening up. So if I come to this screen, if I want to track trades in extreme narrow stock, I want to have any kind of option activity, which is this OI signal. So once you come to the screen live, as we do, we'll click on the confluence part. This you will see in live market only. So if any stock has a narrow CPR and confluence, so I will take the stock very seriously. Otherwise, it's an information for me. Just by knowing CPR and narrow CPR, it's not going to give you good trades. it should be combined with at least option activities or put writing. Then we will know that some trend is going to start in the particular stock, at least intraday. We check the screen every day in the live market, and we'll continue doing it. Wall migration is something right now into we are trying to make it. It's currently I'm experimenting on this. So currently, don't look into this. Once it is done with the experimentation part, I will then come with the video explaining how do we use it. Currently, just ignore this particular window. So this is a quick brief, introduction and also what all screens are covered in this. Now what we will do, we'll just a minute. We'll have a quick, question over the whatever you guys have any question on the platform, or your trades in general, or any risk management that you want to understand, or any particular struggles that you're facing in your trading. Just ask me. Don't just have to be the question on the platform. For whatever you're using, it's okay, completely fine. If you have any question related to trading and overall in general, just ask me. Feel free. Sorry for the recording. I mean, I have recorded this complete session anyway, but in between, I think I got logged off uh, this timer of Zoom, and I didn't realize. So whatever I have explained overall, also it will continue. So what I'm doing right now, I think we have almost more or less covered all the screens. अभी क्या करते हैं? We'll take the question from you guys, not just about the platform, but in general question, whatever you want to ask. It can be anything that you want to ask about trading, risk management, and anything. We'll open the open the platform for that right now. If you have anything particular about the platform, you can ask, or any questions in general. First of all, Dabur is not a trading stock. Seriously, I'm telling you, if you're trading Dabur, even intraday or positionally, you avoid it. This is typically investment stock. You'll not see much happening in this particular stock. it hardly moves a 1%, 2%, and it is never the stock for option trading. You may have one or two instances overall in the month or so where you see some moving happening. Otherwise, if possible, you can ignore this particular stock. We'll wait for the chart to load. So currently, nothing much. Dabur is as good as a dead stock. It has a support at 404, but you see the way the candles are. I don't want to be really trading this except lighting option. So in my past also, whenever I want to trade Dabur, I do only option lighting in this. Like I'll do a far straddle lighting maybe at the start of the series, knowing that whatever range I am into. Currently, it is nowhere. It is neither bullish, neither bearish. It has a support over here, resistance happening over here. So it's a highly low range stock. If you have any position, just be careful. I think you have option to unmute yourself. I have not, kept it like I have not this thing. You can unmute and ask your question if you have anything. Yeah. हाँ. हाँ. तो आई थिंक वो मैं जब बता रहा था तो मेरा सेशन एंड हो गया. फिर से बताता हूँ मैं. सो जब भी मैं सीपीआर पे जाता हूँ, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सीपीआर ये नेक्स्ट डे कैलकुलेशन बताएगा आफ्टर मार्केट क्लोज. तो आज अगर आप देख रहे हो मॉर्निंग में, तो वो आपके आज के स्टॉक्स ही रहेंगे. तो जैसे अभी ये इसने ईओडी कैलकुलेशन कर दिया है, तो ये अभी 15 का स्टॉक बता रहा है मुझे. तो 15 के कैलकुलेशन के हिसाब से ये स्टॉक्स हैं जो नैरो में है, और नीचे एक्सट्रीम नैरो, नैरो और नॉर्मल. सो नैरो और एक्सट्रीम नैरो में फर्क उतना ही है कि वो 0.30 और 0.20%, इतना ही फर्क है. मतलब एक 0.20% लेता है जो एक्सट्रीम नैरो है, जिसमें एक्शन होने की चांसेस ज्यादा होते हैं, और नैरो में थोड़ा 0.30% होता है, उतना ही है. और वाइड आई अवॉइड. नॉर्मल जो होते हैं मैं अवॉइड करता हूँ, और वाइड तो मैं दूर रहता हूँ उससे जितना हो सके. ठीक है. अगर लेट से आज मुझे इंटरडे में देखना है सीपीआर वाले स्टॉक्स, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, टिपिकली मैं इसको 15-20 मिनट के बाद देखता हूँ. यूजुअली इमीडिएटली देखने का कोई मतलब नहीं है, बिकॉज हो सकता है कि बहुत बार देखा है मैंने ये चीज होते हुए कि अगर लेट से आपका सीपीआर अबाव प्रीवियस डे सीपीआर है, तो एक अजम्पशन होती है कि ये बुलिश है. बट मैंने देखा है कि अगर वो गैप अप ओपन होगा ना, तो गैप अप के बाद में वो नीचे आता है, कंटिन्यू वन साइड जाता है वो. ओके. भले ही वो जो आपका सीपीआर वुड बी असेंडिंग बुलिश सीपीआर, बट प्राइस गैप अप करेगा, उसके बाद नीचे जाएगा वो. तो अजम्पशन पे अगर मैं ये अज्यूम कर लूं कि वो असेंडिंग बुलिश सीपीआर है और वो ऊपर ही जाएगा, तो रॉन्ग है. तो मैं 9:30 9:45 तक वेट करता हूँ उसमें, और मैं इसमें ये देखता हूँ कि उसमें कुछ ऑप्शन एक्टिविटी है क्या. तो इसीलिए ये जो कॉलम है ना, ओआई सिग्नल, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. सिर्फ एक्सट्रीम नैरो होना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. सो यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे ना, ये जो ऑप्शन है ना, कन्फ्लुएंस ओनली, तो मैं इसी पे ही क्लिक रखता हूँ उसको हमेशा. और ये इंटरडे में ही दिखेगा आपको, एंड ऑफ डे के बाद नहीं दिखता है. तो अगर उस पर्टिकुलर डे में, ठीक है, अगर उस पर्टिकुलर डे में आपका ये एक्सट्रीम नैरो है, और आपका यहाँ पे पुट राइटिंग हो रहा है उसी ही स्टॉक में, तो आपको थोड़ा क्लैरिटी मिलेगा कि यहाँ पे मैं एक्शन देख सकता हूँ. बट हाँ, इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि पुट राइटिंग सिर्फ नैरो में मिलेगा. अगर आप लॉन्ग बिल्डअप पे क्लिक करोगे, सो लेट्स से अभी एक्सिस बैंक है, इसका वाइड सीपीआर है, बट इसमें भी लॉन्ग बिल्डअप हो रहा है. बट ये आप पे डिपेंड करता है कि आप कौन सा सीपीआर ट्रेड करना पसंद करते हो. जैसे मुझे नैरो सीपीआर ही पसंद है, तो अगर मुझे नैरो सीपीआर में कुछ ऑप्शन एक्टिविटी मिलती है ना, तो मैं इसको ध्यान से देखता हूँ. नहीं तो मैं, मेरे लिए बाकी के सिग्नल इतने इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होते, दिस इज जस्ट मी। अब आपका यूसेज अलग हो सकता है इस पे। कंफ्यूजन बेसिकली दो, हाँ उसमें दो पॉइंट कवर होंगे। उसमें कवर होगा आपका एट द मनी कॉल राइटिंग और एट द मनी पुट राइटिंग। तो लेट से अगर मैं यहाँ पे कुछ अगर है ऑलरेडी, शॉर्ट बिल्डअप नहीं है, लॉन्ग सिग्नल नहीं है, सो कॉल राइटिंग या पुट राइटिंग। हम्म, देखो अभी जैसे पोर्ट राइटिंग है, आप यहाँ पे पोर्ट राइटिंग पे क्लिक करेंगे ना, तो जैसे अभी इंडेक्स है, ठीक है, यहाँ पे आपको वो सीपीआर विथ नॉर्मल बता रहा है, ठीक है, बट यहाँ पे आपको ये बताएगा कि उस पर्टिकुलर में क्या चल रहा है। जैसे अभी ये है, इसका प्राइस चल रहा है 23,620, और यहाँ पे जो पोर्ट राइटिंग है अबाव एटीएम हो रहा है। तो ये है मेरा पॉइंट जहां पे मुझे एक सीरियसनेस दिख रहा है पोर्ट राइटर्स का। ठीक है, यहाँ पे कुछ फार पोर्ट राइटिंग नहीं हो रही है, बिकॉज यहाँ पे ये कंफर्मेशन का साइन भी है। ये कब आता है, जब आपकी नियर बाय पोर्ट राइटिंग होती है। तो जैसे अभी देखो आपकी जो पोर्ट राइटिंग है वो विद इन 0.5 स्ट्राइक है, मतलब अभी आपका प्राइस चल रहा है 620, आपका अबाव पोर्ट राइटिंग हो रहा है। और हाँ, करेक्ट। तो ये थोड़ा सीरियस है मेरे लिए। इनफैक्ट अगर आईसीआईसीआई बैंक अगर आप देखेंगे, तो ये थोड़ा नीचे पोर्ट राइटिंग हो रहा है, बट स्टिल ये भी एक अच्छा अच्छा खासा बेस बन रहा है यहाँ पे। तो मैं ये एक्टिविटी देखना पसंद करता हूँ जहां पे मुझे पोर्ट राइटिंग ज्यादा मिल रही है। और अगर वो अबाव एटीएम है तो मेरे लिए तो वो गोल्डन चांस है, मतलब मुझे पता है कि यहाँ पे मुझे एक्शन देखने को मिल सकता है। देखिए अभी जो भी आप स्टॉक देखेंगे पोर्ट राइटिंग के आपको वैसे ही मिलेंगे। ये कंफर्मेशन साइन होगा और अबाव एटीएम है। अब जैसे एलटी है, एलटी में 40-50 है, अभी अबाव पोर्ट राइटिंग हो रही है। सेम में चोला फाइनेंस वैसे ही है। तो मेरा प्रेफरेंस हमेशा पोर्ट राइटिंग रहेगा हमेशा। हाँ, अगर नियर बाय कॉल बाइंग भी हो रहा है तो भी मुझे वो थोड़ा डाउटफुल लग सकता है, बट मेरे लिए पुट राइटिंग इज अ टॉप प्रायोरिटी। तो अगर आपको यहाँ सिग्नल में पुट राइटिंग मिलता है ना, स्पेशली अबाउ द प्राइस, तो प्लीज वो सीरियस आपके लिए हो सकता है। हाँ, बट यहाँ पे किसी में भी नैरो नहीं है, तो बी केयरफुल। बट इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि स्टॉक रैली नहीं करेगा। मैं एज अ पर्सनली ट्रेडिंग जो करता हूँ, मुझे नैरो पसंद है, बिकॉज उसमें मुझे पता है कि मूवमेंट थोड़ा अच्छा मिल सकता है, क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी वो प्राइस कंप्रेस हो चुका है उसमें। तो वो इसीलिए मैं वो प्रेफर करता हूँ। बट यू कैन चूज बोथ, जहां पे भी सिर्फ पोर्ट राइटिंग हो रहा है तो आप वो प्रेफर कर सकते हो। हम्म, हाँ, ग्रीक नोवा फीस तो अभी के लिए ना, प्लेटफॉर्म इज एक्चुअली, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये मैंने प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया खुद के लिए, ये मैं यूज करता था। बट अभी मैंने जस्ट फॉर पीपल, बिकॉज आई हैव ट्रेन पीपल, तो जब उनसे बात होती है मेरी, देन आई रियलाइज कि दे आल्सो हैव सेम इशू ऑफ टेकिंग अ डिसीजन। कि मेरा भी यही प्रॉब्लम है, मेरे पास प्लेटफॉर्म बहुत सारे आज भी हैं, बट ना वो ये देखा वहां देखा वहां देखा वैसे नहीं चाहिए था। सो इफ आई हैव टू टेक फोकस ऑन इंट्राडे, तो मुझे एक ही स्क्रीन चाहिए थी इंट्राडे की, जहां पे मुझे पता है कि अगर मुझे ट्रेडिंग करनी है इंट्राडे ओनली, तो मैं वो यूज करूंगा। एंड सेम विद पोजिशनल। तो मैं ये प्लेटफॉर्म मेरे मैं खुद के लिए बना रहा था, जहां पे मैं अपने हिसाब से रूल बनाऊं उसमें। और वो रूल टिपिकल, सिर्फ वो ऐसे परसेप्शन नहीं होना चाहिए। वो मुझे चाहिए था कि वो सबका व्यू पॉइंट भी आना चाहिए। तो इसीलिए मैंने इसको अभी बीटा यूज पे डाला हुआ है, बिकॉज ये प्लेटफॉर्म में जो भी अभी चेंजेस होंगे ना आगे चल के, या हो रहे हैं, वो बेसिकली फीडबैक ही आता है। मुझे किसी ने मुझे बोल दिया कि मुझे वो कंटिन्यूएशन देखना है, परसिस्टेंसी चाहिए, तो मैंने वो फीचर ऐड कर दिया। तो ऐसे करके ये जब प्लेटफॉर्म अभी तो ग्रोइंग स्टेज पे है, अभी के लिए मेरा कुछ प्लान नहीं है इसको मोनेटाइज करने का। इन फ्यूचर इफ इट हैपेंस आई विल सी। बट ये मेरा कोई लाइन ऑफ बिजनेस नहीं है, मेरी डिपेंडेंसी इससे नहीं है। मैं फुल टाइम ट्रेडर हूँ, मेरा इसके इनकम से कुछ डिपेंड होने वाला नहीं है। आई एम जस्ट डूइंग इट कि अगर किसी को काम आ सकता है वो चीज जो मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ, यूज इट। आगे चल के अगर लगा ये थोड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म स्टेबल हो चुका है, इट इज ओके टू रिलीज फॉर पब्लिक, द प्राइसेस आर गोइंग टू बी एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्युटली लो। कभी सुना नहीं लगा वैसे प्राइसेस रहेंगे, क्योंकि मेरा कॉस्ट जितना कम रहेगा मैं उतना ही प्राइस रखूंगा, क्योंकि मुझे यहाँ से कुछ प्रॉफिट करने का कुछ सेंस नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरी इनकम यहाँ से डिपेंडेंट नहीं होनी चाहिए। ये मेरा एम है। आई वांट टू ट्रेड बेसिस सुपर नैरो सीपीआई। हाँ, आई थिंक ये डिस्कस कर लिया हमने अभी। यू कंसिडर पुट राइटिंग ऑन अ वॉल्यूम सर्ज एंड ओपन इंटरेस्ट दैट पर्टिकुलर पुट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बाय 2 years, हाउ यू कंसिडर द पुट राइटिंग। पोर्ट राइटिंग मेरे लिए थंब रूल है ना, विच इज अबाउ एटीएम। अगर प्राइस चल रहा है लेट से 100 रुपीज और 105 रुपीज का पोर्ट राइटिंग हो रहा है ना, वो मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा है। बिकॉज कोई भी पुट रिटेलर तो वो राइट करेगा नहीं, कोई भी रिटेलर आप देखोगे ना, इंक्लूडिंग मी, अगर मुझे राइट करना है तो मैं 2 स्ट्राइक पीछे राइट करता हूँ कि अगर स्टॉक 100 पे चल रहा है तो मैं 80 85 का पुट राइट करूंगा। तो अगर कोई पुट राइटिंग 105 पे कर रहा है ना, तो वो नॉर्मल नहीं है, वो कोई बड़ा प्लेयर है जिसको ये पता है कि मुझे उस पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक में एटलीस्ट वहां तक तो मिलेगा, यानी उतना प्रीमियम मुझे मिल सकता है। और वो रिस्क है, आप अगर अबाव एटीएम राइट करते हो ना किसी भी स्टॉक में, इंडेक्स में, वो रिस्क होता है, क्योंकि कल जो गैप डाउन हो गया तो आपका पूरा कैपिटल साफ हो जाएगा। तो अगर किसी ने वो किया है और कंटिन्यू किया है, परसिस्टेंस इज इंपॉर्टेंट इन एवरीथिंग। लेट्स से अगर 50% टाइम इन अ डे उसने किया हुआ है, तो मतलब उसमें कुछ है, वो वहां से ऊपर जा सकता है। जैसे अभी उस दिन आई रिमेम्बर लास्ट वीक में ये हुआ था, वन ऑफ द यूजर्स में उसके साथ डिस्कस कर रहा था एंड ही केम अप विद वन स्टॉक, और मेरे में भी लिस्ट में था वो, आईसीसीआई बैंक था। तो आईसीसीआई बैंक आई थिंक उस टाइम पे चल रहा था 1280 1282। उसी दिन पे मुझे 1310 का पोर्ट राइटिंग दिख रहा था, विच इज वेरी वेरी बड़ी चीज है। वो आप 1280 पे स्टॉक चल रहा है और 1310 पे कोई पुट राइट कर रहा है, मतलब ऑलरेडी 25 रुपीज का किसी ने फैक्टर इन कर दिया है। तो मेरे लिए वो इजी ट्रेड था, हमने वो ट्रेड किया, वो बंदे ने भी शायद ट्रेड किया, वो इजी था। उसी दिन 1305 आ गया, उसके बाद तो आज हम 13, आई थिंक 1340 50 पे पहुंच गए। तो ये मेरे लिए एक बड़ा चीज होता है, मतलब आई वॉन्ट टू सी पुट राइटिंग अबाउ एटीएम। तो फिर मेरे लिए वहां पे रिस्क लेना बहुत ईजी हो जाता है। तो आई ऑलवेज यही ये प्लेटफॉर्म में ना, बहुत सारी चीजें जहां कंफर्म्ड कन्फ्लुएंस है ना, वो यही है, पुट राइटिंग जहां पे है। क्योंकि मेरे मेरे लिए एज अ ट्रेडिंग वेटेज वही है सबसे ज्यादा, और हमेशा रहेगा। हाँ डोंट वरी चंदन, वो ना आई थिंक मैंने वो 40 मिनट्स का देखा ही नहीं, बट ये पूरा वीडियो रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है, तो जब अपलोड करूंगा ना तो सब आ जाएगा उसमें, डोंट वरी, एवरीथिंग विल कम अप। परसिस्टेंस मीन्स के एक सिंपल एग्जांपल है कि लेट्स से किसी में कॉल राइटिंग हो रही है, पोर्ट राइटिंग हो रही है। तो अभी जो मेरा डेटा इसमें आता है ना, ये दिस अपडेट्स एवरी 5 मिनट्स। ठीक है, ये वो इतना वो टिक बाय टिक डेटा नहीं है, और मुझे लगता भी नहीं है उसका नीड होना चाहिए अगर आपको सिर्फ ट्रेडिंग करने से इंटरेस्ट है तो। क्योंकि हम वो एचएफटी नहीं है, और ना ही हम लोग वो जॉबर्स हैं जिनको वो टिक बाय टिक डेटा चाहिए। हमारे लिए 5 मिनट्स का विंडो इज मोर देन इनफ। तो वो आपको एक्चुअली हेल्प करता है थोड़ा, वो जो आपका बोलते हैं ना, रॉन्ग डिसीजन लेने में भी हेल्प करता है आपको, कि आपने वेट किया उतना टाइम। तो परसिस्टेंस का मतलब ये होता है कि लेट्स से अगर 5 5 मिनट्स का मेरा डेटा स्टोर हो रहा है, तो उस विंडो में तो टोटल जो स्नैपशॉट बनते हैं ना, बेसिकली वो 75 बनते हैं, नंबर ऑफ आवर्स इन अ डे के हिसाब से। तो अगर राइटिंग होना शुरू हुआ लेट्स से मॉर्निंग से 9:15 9:20 से, अगर आधा दिन हो चुका है अभी, यानी 12:30 बज चुके हैं, अभी 1 बज चुका है, अभी तक उसमें राइटिंग चल रहा है, तो मतलब वो सीरियस है, वो टेम्पररी नहीं है। ऐसे नहीं है कि किसी ने ओपन में राइटिंग कर लिया जोश में आके और बाद में कवर कर लिया, तो मेरा वो डिसीजन वहां नहीं बनना चाहिए। तो इसीलिए परसिस्टेंस का मतलब होता है कि कब तक वो चला और कब तक चलते जा रहा है। 90% मतलब वो दिन भर चल रहा है, तो इसका मतलब है वहां पे लोग सीरियसली राइट कर रहे हैं, और वहां पे आपका सपोर्ट अच्छा है। तो वो भी एक फैक्टर बन जाएगा कि मेरे लिए तो स्टॉप, अगर मुझे देखना है ना, कि अगर लेट्स से एग्जांपल लेता हूँ कि अगर फ्राइडे को 23 400 में राइटिंग चल रही थी बहुत सारी, और वो 90% भी क्रॉस कर चुका था, तो एटलीस्ट अगर मुझे लॉन्ग लेना है ना, तो मुझे पता है कि मेरा स्टॉप कहाँ होना चाहिए। तो वो परसिस्टेंसी इसीलिए इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाता है। वो नंबर ऑफ टाइम इन द डे, तो वो परसेंटेज में डिवाइड कर दिया, और कुछ नहीं इसको। हाँ, और yesterday Hindalco basis is up by 10% and rollover percent of Senkit by 0.%. What does mean? रोल ओवर तो इसमें अभी नहीं दिखेगा मेरे प्लेटफॉर्म पे अभी। हाँ, मेरे इस पे जो हम हिंडाल्को डिस्कस कर रहे थे ना, तो बेसिकली मैंने 2 दिन से क्या देखा, हिंडाल्को में ऑन थर्सडे अचानक से 5 6% का ओपन इंटरेस्ट बढ़ गया। वो बढ़ते बढ़ते आई थिंक ड्यूरिंग द डे 6% तक गया था, बट प्राइस मूवमेंट बिल्कुल नहीं हुआ। तो उस दिन पे एक एंटिसिपेशन मेरी बनी, क्योंकि मार्केट इंप्रूव हो रहे थे कि ये हो सकता है लॉन्ग हो। ठीक है, ये जनरल व्यू बनाया मैंने ऑन थर्सडे, और हमने ये वीडियो में भी डिस्कस किया। लेकिन जब फ्राइडे हुआ, प्राइस अभी भी सस्टेन नहीं कर रही है अबाउ द प्राइस नॉर्मल हाई, तो देन आई एम नॉट श्योर, देन दिस बिकम्स पॉइंट के जहां पे वो कहीं पे भी जा सकता है। ठीक है, एंड इट इज ओके। ये ऐसी पॉइंट है ना जहां पे जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको वन साइड व्यू बनाना है, जरूरी नहीं है वो चीज। यू कैन हैव यू कैन हैव नो व्यू डिस्पाइट ऑफ ओआई राइजिंग। अब 2 दिन में उसका 15-16% ओआई बढ़ चुका है, लेकिन प्राइस का रेंज उतना ही है, 1020 से लेके 1035 के बीच में। अब मुझे इतना तो पता हो चुका है एटलीस्ट 2 दिन से लेके कि इसमें एक मूव आने वाला है 30-40 रुपीज का एटलीस्ट, इफ नॉट मोर। बट कहाँ आएगा मुझे नहीं पता, एंड आई डोंट वांट टू गेस इट ऑल्सो। तो इसीलिए मैंने फ्राइडे के वीडियो में क्या बोला था कि ऐसे स्टॉक जहां पे ना मुझे, अगर लेट से आज ओपन इंटरेस्ट मैंने बढ़ते हुए देखा, ठीक है, बट नेक्स्ट डे में उसका मूव नहीं हो रहा है ना, तो मुझे वन साइड व्यू नहीं रखना चाहिए। हाँ, आई कैन थिंक ऑफ टेकिंग इधर, लेट से मैंने फार वाला कॉल राइट कर लिया और फार वाला पुट राइट कर लिया। आप ये कर सकते हो, यहाँ तो आप स्ट्रैंगल बाय कर सकते हो नियर बाय, जो भी है कि लेट से इस एग्जांपल में कि 1000 का पुट बाय कर लिया, 1040 का कॉल बाय कर लिया, तो आपकी रिस्क लिमिटेड ही होगी, उतना ही प्रीमियम आपके पास लूज करने के लिए है। अगर वो रेंज बाउंड पूरे सीरीज में रहा ना, तो फिर भी वो चैलेंज है। इसीलिए जब ऐसा होता है ना कि आप मल्टीपल डे में ओआई बढ़ रहा है लेकिन स्टॉक मूवमेंट नहीं कर रहा है ना, तो आई डू 2 थिंग्स। अब मैंने जो पर्सनल लिया हुआ है, मैंने खुद के लिए लॉन्ग स्ट्राइगल लिया हुआ है, लेकिन क्योंकि मेरा कैपिटल बेस बड़ा है, तो मैं ऐसा कर सकता हूं कि अगर मुझे लगा नेक्स्ट वीक में मूवमेंट नहीं हो रही है ना, तो आई कैन राइट फार ऑप्शंस। ठीक है, तो इसीलिए ना यू हैव टू बी श्योर कि जब आप, जितना आपका कैपिटल साइज है ना, आपका डिसीजन उस पे होना चाहिए। अब जैसे हिंडाल्को जैसे स्टॉक है ना, तो अगर आपका वन साइडेड ही ट्रेडिंग लेने का कैपिटल है तो आप मत लो अनलेस वो रेंज ब्रेक होता है। तो आप वेट करो, मंडे का वेट करो, ट्यूसडे का वेट करो, रेंज को ब्रेक करने दो, 1000 को ब्रेक करने दो, और 1000 जो भी है 30-40 को ब्रेक करने दो ना। क्या खाई है वो बाद में जब रेंज ब्रेक करेगा ना, तो मूव अच्छा आने वाला है, इतना श्योर है। तो इसलिए जैसे अभी आप अगर यहाँ पे जाते हो ओआई प्रोफाइल में और हिंडाल को सर्च करते हैं हम लोग, अगर मुझे डेटा में ऑप्शन में क्या चल रहा है ये देखना है ना, तो मैं यहाँ पे आऊंगा एक बार, लेट इट लोड। सो देखो यहाँ पे मुझे क्या बता रहा है कि ये मेरा हाईएस्ट सपोर्ट है, ठीक है, और मेरा जो रेजिस्टेंस है वो बहुत दूर है 1050 में। इसका मतलब है हाईएस्ट ओपन इंटरेस्ट एक तो यहाँ पे है और एक यहाँ पे, ठीक है। तो अब क्या हो सकता है यहाँ पे, देखो ये पुट, थोड़ा बहुत पुट एक्टिविटी है, बट कॉल एक्टिविटी ज्यादा है। तो अभी के लिए जो जो मेरा अजम्पशन रहेगा ना एट दिस पॉइंट, एक तो ये स्टॉक का रेंज प्राइस वाइज बहुत लो हो गया है अभी, बट इसमें ओपन इंटरेस्ट बहुत बड़ा है। तो मैं क्या करूंगा ना, नाउ आई विल वेट फॉर द रेंज टू ब्रेक, क्योंकि मुझे चाहिए वो रेंज ब्रेक हो। रेंज क्या होगी मेरे लिए अभी, सो लेट्स से इफ आई सर्च हिंडाल्को, मैं डेली पे करता हूँ। अभी मेरा अभी 2 दिन से जो मेरा ओपन इंटरेस्ट बढ़ रहा है, ठीक है, तो मेरा रेंज क्या है। सो लेट मी डिलीट एवरीथिंग। अब एक अब एक क्लियर रेंज बना देता हूँ मैं। यहाँ पे था मेरा ओपन इंटरेस्ट बड़ा था, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट डे हाई मारा लेकिन वो नीचे आ गया, और उस दिन तो मार्केट बहुत पॉजिटिव था, यानी विच इज योर फ्राइडे। फ्राइडे को तो मार्केट बहुत पॉजिटिव था। यूएस में भी अगर आप मेटल स्टॉक देखेंगे तो एटलीस्ट 6-7% रैली किए थे, बट हमें यहाँ पे इंडिया में नहीं मिला वैसे। और वॉल्यूम देखो, अच्छा खासा वॉल्यूम यहाँ पे बिल्ड हुआ है। अब मेरा सिंपल चीज है, अब ये जो है ना, ये मेरी अपर रेंज है, ये मेरी लोअर रेंज है। अगर मुझे वन साइड ट्रेड करना है तो मुझे रेंज को ब्रेक करने देना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। अदरवाइज हो सकता है कि ये स्टॉक और टाइम स्पेंड करे और ओपन इंटरेस्ट बिल्डअप हो, एंड यू विल एंड अप लूजिंग प्रीमियम। आपका प्रीमियम भी जाएगा, आपका टाइम भी जाएगा, कुछ नहीं होगा। तो यहाँ तो अगर आपने जैसे कर लिया, मैंने लॉन्ग स्ट्रैडल बाय कर लिया, अगर नेक्स्ट वीक ये चलता रहा ना, तो मैं ये जो नीचे है पुट राइट कर दूंगा, मैं ये जो कॉल है राइट कर दूंगा, सो ऑन सो फोर्थ। ये मेरा कैपिटल के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। तो अगर आपका कैपिटल लिमिटेड है ना, तो आप वेट करो, रेंज का ब्रेक होने दो, आपको मिलेगा। अगर ये रेंज ब्रेक होगा ना, ये आपने देखा अभी ऑप्शन में, दिस वाज द हाईएस्ट ओपन इंटरेस्ट, राइट, एंड लोअर साइड ये 1000 इज द हाईएस्ट ओपन इंटरेस्ट। तो ब्रेक करने दो, अगर ये यहाँ से ओपन ब्रेक करेगा तो आई एम श्योर एटलीस्ट यहाँ तक तो जाएगा, 1000-1100 तक जाने वाला है। तो आपके पास अच्छा विंडो है ना 50 रुपीज का, तो अभी क्यों लेना है ट्रेड, अभी ट्रेड नहीं लेना है। बट हाँ, अभी स्टॉक को रख दो रेडार पे कि यहाँ पे एक्शन हो सकता है। विल वेट, जहां जाएगा हम वहां जाएंगे, उसमें नो नीड टू गेस। I hope this answers the question about Hindalco, and this is with every stock. अब जैसे इंडिगो है, इंडिगो में आई सॉ इट ऑन, जैसे इंडिगो स्टॉक था उसमें भी ओपन इंटरेस्ट बहुत बड़ा है उसमें, लेकिन पुट राइटिंग भी हो रही थी, तो हो सकता है कि वो पुट राइटिंग माइट कंटिन्यू ऑन मंडे ऑल्सो, एंड वी कैन सी अ गुड. आई थिंक इनफैक्ट इंडिगो वॉज वन स्टॉक जो 4600 पे, 4630-40 पे चल रहा था ऑन फ्राइडे, एंड उसमें 4700 का पुट राइटिंग हो रही थी. सो बाय एंड ऑफ द डे वी क्रॉस्ड इट, एंड देन अगेन एंड ऑफ द डे आई सॉ कि 4800 का पुट राइटिंग हो रहा है इसमें. तो विच मीन्स व्हाट यू नो कि ये शिफ्ट यू नो बेस ऊपर शिफ्ट होते जा रहा है. तो आई कीप अ चेक ऑन ऑलवेज पुट राइटिंग, वेरी क्रिटिकल, स्पेशली इफ आई एम बाइंग ऑप्शन. एंड पोजिशन रेडार पे अगर मेरे पास ओपन इंटरेस्ट बिल्डअप हो रही है, तो विच मीन्स दिस इज गोइंग टू बी स्टॉक फॉर मी टू ट्रेड. एंड इफ यू कंबाइन विद द वॉल्यूम, नथिंग लाइक इट, सोने पे सुहागा. Is there any question or should we wind up? REC and PFC. सबसे पहले आपका व्यू क्या है इसमें, ये बताइए मुझे. You can unmute and speak, is okay, unless you are in a busy area. What is your basis of positivity? दोनों के रीजन क्या है, पॉजिटिव होने का रीजन एंड ऑल्सो न्यूट्रल होने का रीजन? बिकॉज सी व्हाट व्हाई आई एम आस्किंग यू दिस ना, अगर आप अभी भी ये डिसीजन पे कंक्लूजन पे नहीं आ पा रहे हो ना कि डिस्पाइट ऑफ यू हैविंग अ व्यू, जैसे अभी आपका व्यू है कि आप पॉजिटिव हो आरईसी में और न्यूट्रल हो, बट स्टिल आपके पास कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आ रहा ना, विच मीन्स समथिंग फंडामेंटली इज नॉट राइट विच यूर ट्रेडिंग. एंड दिस ये रिजॉल्व कब तक नहीं होगा, जब तक आप में वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आएगा. नाउ इट डजंट हैपन कि आपको कोई एक पर्टिकुलर टूल यूज करने के बाद कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा, नहीं. आपका सबसे पहले थॉट क्लैरिटी होना जरूरी है कि मैं अगर किसी में भी ट्रेड करने जा रहा हूँ दिस इज माई व्यू, तो व्हाट इज इट दैट वो मुझे रोक क्यों रहा है. लाइक अगर आज आप पॉजिटिव हो आरईसी पे, एंड इफ यू कैन ट्रेड ऑन मंडे बाय योर सेल्फ, दैट मीन्स यू आर डूइंग राइट. उसमें ट्रेड राइट जाना जरूरी नहीं होता है, नहीं, वो तो रॉन्ग भी जा सकता है. ये आज मेरे ट्रेड भी रॉन्ग जाते हैं, बट इफ आई हैव अ क्लैरिटी, लाइक इफ आई एम एबल टू से कि हाँ आरईसी में यहाँ के बाद ही लॉन्ग करने वाला हूं मैं, और क्यों करूंगा उसका रीजन है, तो देन एंड कब मैं उसको एग्जिट करूंगा, ये तीन आंसर अगर आपके पास है ना, तो देन एवरी टूल दैट यू यूज बिकम्स अ सेकेंडरी, बिकॉज आपके डिसीजन मेकिंग इज प्राइमरी. और यही आइडिया था जब मैं ये टूल बनाने बैठा था कि by using this or anything if you're using, you should be able to have your decision by yourself. कि भाई आज अगर मुझे बिना किसी से पूछे हुए डिसीजन लेना है, तो ये है रूल उसका. तो अगर मैं आपको एक थंब रूल बताता हूँ जो मैं सबको बोलता रहता हूँ, लेट्स से अगर आज आपके पास आरईसी है ना, हम देखते हैं सबसे पहले तो आरईसी क्या कर रहा है. इसमें आरईसी है कि नहीं है, नहीं इसमें आरईसी अभी एडेड नहीं है. हाँ आरईसी था इसमें, राइट, करेक्ट. लेट्स सी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डेटा क्या है. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू द प्रोसेस ऑफ हाउ डू यू टेक अ डिसीजन इफ यू हैव टू इन एनी स्टॉक. ठीक है, ये एग्जांपल से हम लोग करेंगे आज. तो सबसे पहले जनरल ओवरव्यू क्या बोलता है यहाँ पे कि 330 का मेरा बेस है और 350 का मेरा आगे का रेजिस्टेंस है, विच मीन्स व्हाट, यहाँ पे 30 लैक्स मेरी ओपन इंटरेस्ट है आज की डेट पे, जहाँ पे उनको लगता है कॉल राइटर्स को कि यहाँ से ऊपर नहीं जाएगा, और 330 वाले बैठे हैं नीचे, उनको लगता है यहाँ से नीचे नहीं जाएगा, विच मीन्स व्हाट, मैं एक लोअर रेंज, मैं एक मिडिल ऑफ द रेंज में हूँ. अब ये रेंज 20 पॉइंट्स की है. आज स्टॉक कहाँ पे है, आज स्टॉक बैठा हुआ है 347 पे, और आपके आगे ही 2 रुपया ऊपर ही क्या लोग बोल रहे हैं कि मुझे इसके ऊपर डाउट है कि जाएगा. अब अगर आपको लेट से पोजीशन नहीं है, पोजीशन लेनी है, तो अगर मुझे सेफर साइड खेलना है, तो मैं मंडे आऊंगा सो सबसे पहले तो मैं 15 20 25 मिनट उसमें कुछ नहीं करने वाला हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे उसमें कुछ कंपटीशन नहीं है कि मैंने पहला बटन दबा लिया और मुझे वो अच्छा ट्रेड मिल गया। तो आप ये अज्यूम कर लो कि ये आई विल वेट फॉर स्टॉक टू कम टू मी इन माई कंडीशंस। और ये ईगो नहीं है, ये है आपको आप अपना कैपिटल कैसे सेव करोगे। ठीक है, अब इसी इसमें अगर मैं देखूं 350 पे रेजिस्टेंस बना हुआ है, इसका मतलब है यहाँ पे अनलेस मंडे फर्स्ट आवर में अगर लेट्स से मार्केट बहुत ज्यादा बुलिश है, सारे पावर स्टॉक रैली कर रहे हैं मंडे को, एग्जाम्पल है, तो ये 30 लैक्स जो है ये 25 लैक्स सडनली हो गया, मतलब कॉल राइटर्स भागना शुरू हो गए और प्राइस इज नाउ अबाउट 350, सस्टेनिंग अबाउट 350, और यहाँ पे ये राइटर लोग भाग रहे हैं। नॉट जस्ट राइटर भाग रहे हैं, ये जो 350 वाले पुट राइटर है, यहाँ पे ये 25 लाख हो गया अभी। ठीक है, ये है मेरा पॉइंट ऑफ टेकिंग ए डिसीजन कि मुझे यहाँ लॉन्ग करना है। बट अगर यही चीज प्राइस 350 है, कॉल राइटर्स वहीं के वहीं है, अभी वो 30 लैक्स के 35 लैक्स हो गए, और पुट राइटर्स अभी भी 17 लैक्स में फंसे हुए, तो मैं यहाँ पे डिसीजन नहीं लूंगा, क्योंकि मेरे पास राइटर आर स्टिल कॉन्फिडेंट। इवन प्राइस 350 के ऊपर है, अच्छा खासा रैली हुआ है 3 4 रुपए का, और मैं एक्साइटेड भी हो चुका हूं अभी इसको लेने के लिए। बट राइटर्स को पता है कि मैं ये प्राइस एक्सपायरी या अभी भी सस्टेन नहीं करेगा, तो मैं यहाँ से दूर रहूंगा, मुझे यहाँ पे हाथ लगाना ही नहीं है। दिस इज हाउ यू शुड टेक योर डिसीजन। आपको अगर कोई भी चीज में डिसीजन लेना है तो आपका रूल खुद का होना चाहिए। मेरा रूल क्या है, जैसे मैंने बोला पुट राइटिंग है, मैं पुट राइटिंग देखूंगा तो मुझे पता है कि मेरा रिस्क कितना है, कि मैं 5 रुपए का रिस्क डाल दूंगा और मैं बस उसके बाद आई लीव इट ओवर देयर। वो रिस्क गया तो गया, नहीं गया तो आई विल सी क्या करना है। सेम है, यही चीज आपकी होनी चाहिए, हाउ डू यू शुड। और ये सबके लिए एप्लीकेबल है फॉर एनीवन हु इज स्ट्रगलिंग ना। और एक चीज है जो मैं करता हूं अभी आरईसी की एग्जांपल में, अगर मंडे को ऐसा हुआ, अभी सिर्फ 10 मिनट ही बाकी है हमारे पास में, सो विल कंक्लूड। सो ओके, विल कंक्लूड एनीवे फॉर द वीडियो। सो इफ इन द सेम सिनेरियो जहां पे मैंने देखा ये कि ये 50 के ऊपर प्राइस चला गया और उसका कॉल अनमाइंडिंग हो रहा है और उसका पुट भी एडिशन हो रहा है, ठीक है, नाउ फॉर मी दिस इज अ थम्स अप कि हाँ मुझे यहाँ पे ट्रेड लेना है। बट हाउ डू आई टेक इट, रैंडमली 5 मिनट के बाद ले लूं, मार्केट चालू होने के, या कैसे करूं। ऑलरेडी अभी मैंने जैसे बोला कि मैं आधा पौना घंटा तो वेट करूंगा, आई डोंट वांट टू जस्ट देयर इज नो रेस फॉर मी टू टेक अ ट्रेड। तो मेरे लिए ना सबसे बड़ी चीज है ना, ये आप ऑब्जर्व करो ओवर एंड ओवर टाइम मैंने की है, कि अगर स्टॉक को बुलिश रहना है और कंटिन्यू होना है ना, तो अपने फर्स्ट आवरली हाई को ब्रेक करेगा, और तभी ही मैं ट्रेड लूंगा उसमें। अगर उसने एक हाई बनाया, पुट राइटिंग भी हो रही है, बट वो हाई अगले आवर में ब्रेक नहीं कर रहा है और वो नीचे आ गया, तो मेरा डिसीजन वहां पे ही स्टॉप हो जाएगा। बट हाँ, अगर वो थर्ड आवर में फिर से हाई क्रॉस करने जा रहा है विद द सेम पुट राइटिंग एंड कॉल अनवाइंडिंग हैपनिंग, आई विल टेक अ डिसीजन कि मेरा रिस्क कैंडल का लो रहेगा, यानी प्रीवियस आर्ली कैंडल का लो रहेगा, एंड दैट इज वेयर आई विल ट्रेड इट। तो मैं हमेशा अपने आप को सुपर सेफ रखने के लिए दो चीजें करूंगा, पुट राइटिंग को इम्पोर्टेंस दूंगा, एंड सेकेंडली आवरली हाई क्रॉस को इम्पोर्टेंस दूंगा। ये दोनों चीजें मेरा डिसीजन मेकिंग इजी बना देंगी। अगर नहीं होता है ये दोनों और इसके बाद में भी नेक्स्ट डे रैली करता है, इररिलेवेंट है। आज मेरा रूल में ये आया नहीं है, मैं आज इसको डिसीजन लूंगा नहीं। दैट्स ऑल, विल कंक्लूड द सेशन राइट।